A CrossFit evangelist is apologizing after he took a photo at a Holocaust memorial and kind of did so in a disrespectful way. Now, the person in question here is Dave Driscoll, and that's the picture that he posted on Instagram, and then he later took it down. He took that photo in Berlin, Germany, and apparently he was completely unaware of the fact that it was a Holocaust memorial. But he did get a lot of heat for it. A lot of the people who commented on that picture said it was disrespectful, and they were just disgusted at the fact that he would do a handstand in a place that is supposed to remember the victims of the Holocaust.
Oh, this is a joyous occasion. Once again, I find myself in sheer amazement at the lack of self-awareness. So right now we have the young Nazis doing a video about being offended that some fitness guy did a handstand at the Holocaust Memorial in Berlin. I'm just going to set the stage there. And Anna is pretending that isn't it disrespectful to violate such a sacred memorial that remembers a Holocaust? Let me just point out the obvious. 1.5 million of Anna's ancestors were killed in a genocide in 1915 by fat brown buffaloes like Cenk. She now works for a company called the same name as the group that did that genocide. But they're going to be doing a story about a handstand on a rock. Not Iraq, a rock.
Well, he has apologized for it. He did take down the post. And I guess the big question here is whether or not there was any ill intent, whether or not he should be forgiven for what he did. And I'm going to be forgiving, but we'll get to that in a second. Here's what he had to say. I'd like to apologize for any offense the last picture I posted has caused. I had a quick layover in Berlin today with a good friend, and we walked all around the city looking at and enjoying all the beauty it has to offer. We walked near this memorial not knowing what it was at the time. People were walking on the pillars, kids running around, people sitting on them. It was gorgeous and looked visually stunning. As with all things like this, I wanted a picture next to it, and I have been doing for years. So he's been taking pictures like this a lot, I guess. I took a handstand picture with it as the background. I truly did not know what the structure was. I feel completely terrible, as I would never purposely offend or disrespect this memorial had I known. That's only part of his apology. It was a very, very long apology. It was very, very remorseful for what happened.
Sure.
And for someone like me, I think intent matters more than anything else.
Intent matters? This is the same person that throws Israel under the bus at every chance she gets? Oh, the intent of Hamas is to kill everybody. We joke about going into Gaza and killing everybody. That's not a joke for Hamas. They would go into Israel and kill everybody, if they could. But they can't, because they're inferior. Oh yeah, I said it. They are inferior as a civilization, as a society, militarily, economically, comedically. Their women are shit compared to Israeli women. I mean, it's not even close. It is night and day. They are the third fucking fattest women on the planet. On the planet. I cannot believe that they've done this story. How much do you want to bet she's never been to Berlin or to this memorial? Now, this is my backyard. This is my stomping ground. I've been to this memorial dozens of times. I've walked in and among the rocks. I've done photo shoots there. I've taken hundreds of photos there, which some of them I will show you right now. This is a girl that I met at an internet cafe in Berlin who's a friend of mine now. Her name's Colleen, and she is from Canada. One of the many millions of women in Canada that Josh is not having sex with. And we went there and took photos. See, look at that, getting artsy with it. And the thing about this memorial is that it's interactive. It's just structures. It's got little hills, there's hundreds of these blocks of varying sizes. And you go in and among them. It's a maze. And it's not to walk around and mope and be like, oh God, all those dead Jews. No, it's very subtle. Now, if you want to actually talk about the Holocaust, you go downstairs. And in the back, by the way, this is an entire city block. It's an entire city block right next to the Capitol buildings in Berlin. But you can go downstairs and there is a proper museum with exhibits and videos and testimonies. And yeah, you can get properly depressed if you want to go down there. But upstairs, there are kids. It is like, look at this kid. I took this picture. She is an angel. Love that kid. Look at her. cutie. There's me. That's me jumping around. There I am again. There I am again. I'm not happy that the Jews died. I'm just fucking around.
Had he known that, look, he should have known it was a memorial. You should be a little more curious as to what this structure is or what these structures are. So it bothers me a little bit that he didn't look into it a little bit.
What the fuck are you talking about, Anna? Anna, you don't know what you're talking about. You've never been there. I live in Germany, and this is my memorial. And there are no signs. There's no big sign that says, hey, this is a Holocaust memorial. There's like a plaque, and you have to like go seek it out. There's one plaque, and it's buried deep inside. There's nothing obvious about this. You would have to go find it. So once again, Anna has no clue what she's talking about, and yet she continues to talk.
But in his mind, it was just a beautiful place to take an artistic picture. I don't think that he had ill intent. I don't think that he meant to do anything bad. And
I mean, can you imagine? This is the level of social justice that we're at. I don't think he had ill intent. What possible ill intent is there? She's acting like, he drew a picture of a caricature of a Jew on one of the stones and then he pissed on it. So I think he might have had some ill intent. No, Anna, he's doing a fucking handstand for Instagram. I mean, this is so stupid. It's stupid to even discuss.
And also, it really depends on the environment around you. People do tend to just hang around there and not be respectful of the memorial. So he probably didn't realize what he was doing, considering how everyone else was acting around him.
He probably didn't realize. Anna, you just read his apology where he made it abundantly clear that he didn't know it was a Holocaust memorial. You know that's the situation. Why are you pretending that you don't know that?
I don't know, maybe I'm giving him too much credit.
Oh, God. Yeah, this guy's the next Hitler. By the way, fun fact, Hitler's bunker is like 1 block from this place right here. There's an apartment complex, and in the parking lot, it's like a new apartment complex, and in that parking lot, there's a sign. It's not like a big tourist attraction. They're not like trying to make you go on the Hitler tourist tour. But the sign says, oh, by the way, you're standing on top of Hitler's bunker. They imploded it, and that was the end of it.
I'm Jewish, so
Oh, Jesus. Blonde Jew.
obviously if I wanted to be offended by, his interaction with this Holocaust memorial, I could certainly pull the Jew card and do that.
Oh, pulling the Jew card. What a dude, you work for a Holocaust denier right now and a Jew hater. A guy who is an anti-Semite. The man's an anti-Semite.
But I have no interest in that. I think he offered a sincere apology. Mm-hmm. It was a screw up. We all screw up.
I'm sorry, how is it a screw up? What are you talking about? It's a screw up. By the way, if you are there and you actually stand up on those things, there are these bitter, nasty German security officers who will come by and say, "No, yeah, verboten, get off. Yeah, no, you're not allowed to do that. No, you must get off of that. Yeah, you over there? Yeah, it's verboten. You must get down. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, get down now. I noticed that you were having fun over there. I saw it from across the way. Fun time is over, my friend. Fun is verboten. Yeah? Say choose to your fun."
Now he has 67,000 some odd Instagram followers, so he was taken to task very quickly.
Right.
And it's clear that he feels horrible about it. This guy is not some raging anti-Semite.
Hold on. Oh God. Oh. That was the most useless statement I've heard all day. And I've been watching Jank and the Amazing Atheist today. And that statement was the most pointless thing I've heard. He's not a raging anti-Semite, she said. She felt it necessary to make that point. Him doing a handstand on a piece of public art that is inviting people for interaction. She wants you to know, speaking as a blonde Jew, that she doesn't think he's a raging anti-Semite. Oh my God. I cannot imagine the mind process, the pressure that I would have to be under to be on television, knowing that everything I said was being recorded and saying something so profoundly worthless, that is so fucking retarded.
you got to handstand it to the guy. He really stuck his hands in it when he did this.
Oh, is she a comedian? Was that an attempt at female humor? Oh my God, women are not funny at all. Not all. Oh, not all. But damn near close to all are not funny. Oh my God, it really is a fucking crime. Now, there are some major exceptions to that rule. The Melissa McCarthy movie, Spy Movie, which I worked on the ads for, very funny film. Every woman associated with Saturday Night Live, extremely funny. Like, legitimately amazingly funny. But when you go down into the minor leagues and you see not the cream of the crop, this shit, which is she's trying to pass that off as comedy, you will see that on average, women are pathetically unfunny.
But I will say that the memorial itself is not a heavy-handed, representation of the Holocaust in any way, shape. Like, I've obviously seen Holocaust memorials where there's the shoes of the victims, or there's something that is very blatant. And the idea of this is that it's supposed to be interpretive of this memorial. And in fact, it's controversial. Some people, love it. Some people hate it.
It's controversial. It's a Jewish Holocaust memorial in the center of Berlin. Yeah, it's controversial. Yeah, the original design was just a big Jewish hand with a middle finger raised. But they decided against that one and went with the rocks.
But the way people interact with it is a fluid, dynamic thing. There are people, and according to him and other people, observers who've been to this memorial, people are sitting and drinking and hanging out, and there's a lot of different. And so if this memorial is really seen as a place that's alive, right, that you interact with, then doing the handstand and taking a picture, the problem is he never acknowledged where he was, which is, like you said, he didn't do the research.
What the fuck are you talking about? He was walking around Berlin, looking at sights, and as you're walking, you see this piece of public art, and there's no sign, there's no music playing, the Schindler's List soundtrack is not playing in the background, it's just a bunch of stones.
If he had said, I'm doing this handstand in celebration of life and the value of life, and in memory of Holocaust victims or whatever, that would have been a different situation.
Right.
What? Why is this Jew making this about the Holocaust? This is not about the Holocaust. This guy is not under any obligation to remember the death of Jews just because he happened to be walking by this memorial. He took a picture, an innocent picture that has nothing to do with the Jews or the Holocaust.
Don't think I necessarily would recommend that. But again, CrossFit cult aside, if that's how you want to, celebrate, and remembrance is always the most important thing. With any,
right.
that is the call of the Holocaust survivors, is we need to remember this. So he just did not remember and didn't know to acknowledge where he was. That's a screw up, but I don't think he deserves any sort of long-term scar
punishment.
on his punishment. No, come on, give me a break.
Punishment? It's not a screw up. He doesn't deserve a scar or a punishment. What are you talking about? Oh my God, neither of these women have been to this place. Let me just show you. I interacted with these stones. I made a video of it. You want to see it? You got no choice. You're about to see it now.